Here's how AI can be a writing partner that helps you sound like you need almost every time with less effort. Hi, I'm Dominic, founder of LegendFiction. It's a writing community for authors who believe that fiction seriously matters, and we want to get more writing done and have more fun doing it. If you're like me and you're probably working full-time and you're passionate about writing novels and you don't have enough time and you definitely don't have enough money and you still have to do things like market your own novels, market your own stuff, you don't have the luxury of a ton of free time, then maybe this video is for you, okay? I am picky about words, the words that I use. I'm obsessive even, and that takes a lot of creative energy to find the right word and to say things the right way, okay? For me, I work with multiple brands. It's my job. There are some brands that I own. There are some brands that I manage, for my clients. There are some that I keep creating. And then there's the novels that I all want to create. Every brand is like a novel with characters and quests and worlds going on. Keeping it all straight can be a whole thing sometimes. Every brand has its own voice, its own style, and its own set of rules. Probably just like you and your novel. It can feel like managing a cast of movie characters, each with their own way of talking to people. And so, okay, here is where AI can come in and be really handy. I help use AI to help me stay consistent with brand voice across things like emails and blog posts and social posts and marketing campaigns, because I can't always keep it all straight. There's a lot going on and a lot that has to be accomplished. So how do you do this? And this can work for you as an author with the brand you're trying to build as an author. And your author brand may be slightly different to who you are. You might be you as complex and interesting and doing all the things that you do, but then as an author brand, you might decide, here is where I'm going to go be Batman. And every time I put on my writer Batman mask kind of thing, I'm only talking about these things over here. And then I might have maybe another website over here where I talk about my professional stuff or whatever. And on that, I am focused and I only talk about these topics in these ways, right? That's called a brand. Having clear parameters, clear boundaries around how you talk about and how you go about relating to people. I like to think of it like a superhero mask. AI can be really helpful to help you maintain that if you don't have a lot of time. And if you can't hire somebody. If you can, obviously that's almost always better. So here's what we do. Here's my recommendations. First, set some clear rules for each of the brand, like for your author brand or different projects that you're running. Things like, what are words that they do use? You can do this for characters too. Things that they avoid, metaphors that they would never say. What tone do they have, right? If they were a movie character that we all know and love or are familiar with, who might they be, right? If you were to imagine yourself as an author and you're creating a brand, or if you're an entrepreneur and you're running your own brand, right? If you're a movie character, who would you be? And if you can identify that, that can be insanely helpful to know here's how we're going to talk. And then you tell AI that, okay? So here's what we do. Do a big brain dump in like a Word document of everything I want to say. Just put it all out there, make it a mess. Here's what I'm thinking. Here's who I want to serve. Here's the kind of stories that I want to create. Here's the problems I want to solve. Here's how I feel about myself. Just put it all in there, okay? If I were a movie character, I'd be this person. Or here's my personality type, right? And here are the kinds of people I want to relate to. Just dump it all in. And then you take all of that and you paste it into Chat or you paste it into Claude. And you ask it, rewrite it using the style and the voice and the speech patterns of the particular brand or the particular character. So you're asking for it to read through it and understand it and then tell you back what is the persona so that you can create consistent output, consistent content. Now, often it'll get me 50 to 60% of the way there. I still have to tweak it and clean it up, add the final touch, but it can save me a ton of time. Now, again, this is one of those areas where someone with more time might write everything from scratch and love doing it and excel at it. My problem is I just don't have that luxury. I'm juggling client projects, I'm managing brands, I'm creating YouTube videos, and I am trying to write stories and failing and procrastinating at writing novels almost every day. So this AI can help me to move fast. It can draft posts for me. It can create video descriptions, it can suggest catchy titles, and it can help me get past the blank page faster. It's not about just writing the next great American novel. It's about writing a human, clear, helpful, like a social post or an email that connects with people. And AI can help outline and suggest and give me feedback without getting stuck or burning out. I think this is especially helpful for authors. All right, last thought. Be a legend. Hit that like button because there are hundreds of authors out there who would probably love to find a series like this and be interested in how AI can be helpful to them. Let's help this video find them. So, a lot of writers out there do love creating quick content, like social posts and newsletters and short updates, but their real passion is in writing their story or their novel. Now, the problem is short content takes energy too, and it pulls time and creativity away from their main project. AI can help speed up all of that small stuff, drafting posts and brainstorming hooks and summarizing chapters. Just straight up ask it to do that like you're talking to a friend. And that way, we authors can protect our best creative energy for the actual writing. It's like clearing the runway so that you can take off faster when it's time to write your story. Let's get into the next video. It's going to be the best brainstorming you ever had who never gets tired so that you don't burn out your friends. I'll see you there.